Hey guys! Welcome to the channel. As this is partly a study channel, I thought I'd share to you guys my study essentials now that I'm doing it from home. I just want to say that I know I'm very privileged to be able to afford all these things in the first place. My stationery is something I've collected over a period of time, so please don't spend all your money trying to get all the things I have here. The word essentials shouldn't really be taken literally. It's just a collection of items I use often. This is how I study best, and it might be different for you. So let's get into it. Because we're in an online world, I have my laptop. I got it at the start of August from my parents, and my old one was given to my sister so she could use it for her classes. I use it for all my schoolwork, attending live sessions, and storing modules. Stuff that I use often are just on my dock, so I'll be able to get to them quickly. Now going left to right, Pages is my word processor because it's a Mac, and it's really important now because of all the papers that I have to do for asynchronous learning. I have my Spotify, which I use for background music when working. If you want to see my study playlist, then you can check them out down below. Discord isn't really a learning management system we're using, but it's important for my org/club life to help coordinate events and activities, and for me that's still part of my academics. Preview is how I open PDF files. It's helpful that it has a highlighter option built in, though you can't pick colors. Still, I use it for annotating the readings and modules that I'm given. Zoom is obviously for having live classes. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently a student in UP Diliman, and the university gives us licensed Zoom to help with classes. The last one is Notion, which is also another resource for my org/club life, but I also sometimes use it for keeping track of notes and papers for class. Think of it like a Google Docs, but better because you're able to link to other pages inside of other pages, so you only have to access one file to get different parts. Now on to my phone, which is an iPhone 6s that I got as a hand-me-down. I've had this phone ever since I entered college, so at least 2 years. I like that it's still small, so I have no problem holding on to it, and it still has an earphone jack, which is very important to me. With the new update, I rearranged my screen to organize my phone. One of its main uses right now is taking photos of written work I have to submit. On my phone, I have 4 main pages: the basics page, the YouTube page, the study page, and my fun page. We're focusing on studying, so what does that have? I have my schedules on the top and bottom, and the middle has the apps. I have some language learning apps in this folder, so I have Drops, which I use to practice Japanese because that's one of my classes this sem. Then I usually keep my Google stuff here so I can access files when I'm not home. I have Quizlet, which I use to review for tests, so you can see more details about how I use it in the first part of the method series. Video in the card. Moodle is an app which helps access one of the learning management systems we use, which is UVLE. That's UVLE. It's specially made for UP. Same thing goes with Google Classroom, it's just another way I can keep track of my other classes. I have my email, which is very important because most academic-related things are done through email now, so I always have to have that outside of a folder. Then we go to my 2 most important apps. Planty is basically Forest, but free, keeping it free for that broke student life. It helps keep you from using your phone when you set a timer on it, and I usually use it when I have live classes so I don't get tempted to play on my phone. The last app is one of the best things I've found for college: Earphone Alarm. Okay, hear me out. I got this so I can take naps in the university libraries and not disturb anyone once it's time for me to wake up. I didn't want to bother anyone with obnoxious music when they're also trying to study. Even now I'm home, I like using it when I take naps. Now here's where it kinda gets long. I have a tendency to collect pens and stationery. If you've seen any of my other study videos, you know that I use a lot of pens and highlighters for different things, so I'll try to keep this as short as I can. I go into further detail about these things in my other videos, so I suggest you go check them out if you want more info. First, we go on to writing materials. Like in my note-taking video, I like using a black erasable pen. The one I use is the Pilot Friction pen and the separate eraser for it. The next one are my zebra mildliners. I like that they have a lot of colors to choose from and that they're double-sided. I use them a lot in my notes and my planner. The last are my Muji gel pens. They're also another part of my planning system. For alternatives, you can go check out my How I Take My Notes video. Even if I use my friction pen often, I do use correction tape mainly for my planner, which is another essential because it helps me keep track of my work. In other paper and paper-like supplies, I have my notebooks that I still use even if classes are online. I still like having them on hand because internet in the Philippines is so bad that it malfunctions more often than it works, and I'd rather have a physical copy of my notes for future reference. I have index cards that I use to make formula cards and review cards if I need it. My legal pad, or as it's more known in the Philippines, the yellow pad, which I still use for passing language exercises in my Japanese class. My sticky notes and checklist memos, which help me sort things out in my notebooks. My 10-color page flags, which help me figure out which notebook is which and make quick flips in my planner. And finally, my most important addition to home learning, my 1/4 pad paper. They were leftovers from my sister's supplies and she doesn't really get to use them up, so I got them all. This pairs with another essential of mine, my magnets. I'm able to write things on them, then stick them onto my table. These are things I just want to take note of but don't fit on my planner, and I don't want to look for them either. In other office supplies, we have my book stand, which usually holds my planner, so I can look at my schedule quickly. And my set of rose gold push pins, paper clips, and binder clips to help hold stuff together. Now we're on to my self-care / miscellaneous essentials. The layout of my room makes it so that I'm right in front of the air conditioner when it's on, so I tend to get cold on rainy days. So as a solution, I have an old side table near my desk where I have stuff that keep me warm. My favorite is my fluffy cloak. It's comfy like a blanket but also allows me to have my arms out to work. The next essential is snacks. Sometimes classes overlap so much that I don't have time to get them, so I try to keep food on my desk to have it ready for times when I can eat. Also helps me recharge when I have a long day. Because I'm staring into my computer all day, I have a set of blue light blocking glasses. I don't need to wear glasses, so I try to wear these to try to keep my eyesight as clear as I can for as long as I can. I hope you enjoyed this video today and that it gave you an idea of what I use while I'm here at home. I'm sure this is gonna change if we get back to face-to-face classes, so I'll make sure to make another one when it happens. What are your study essentials? What videos would you like to see? Leave your answers in the comments. If you want to see more of these videos from me, hit the subscribe button and the bell to know when a new video is out. I try to upload every week, Monday nights at 8. I guess that's all for this video. Bye guys!